Just this morning, you probably repeated a completely mindless routine. You woke up, walked into your bathroom, squeezed a little bit of minty Colgate onto a plastic brush, and scrubbed around your mouth for about 2 minutes. It is a modern, 21st century privilege that we take entirely for granted. But let us pull back in time. Exactly 5,000 years. Imagine standing in the blistering, unforgiving heat of the Sahara Desert, right under the massive shadows of the Great Pyramids being built. Back then, there were absolutely no toothpaste tubes lying around. There was no fluoride, and certainly no soft bristles to protect your gums. So, what exactly did they do about their morning breath every single day? Did they just surrender to nature and let their teeth rot away? Or did they actually possess a secret, ancient technology that would take humanity millennia to finally catch up to? We are constantly fed a deep-seated stereotype by Hollywood movies. We picture ancient peasants with black, rotting, and filthy teeth. We assume that before modern medicine arrived in the 19th century, the human mouth was a foul-smelling disaster zone, with teeth falling out by age 30. We like to think of dental care as a luxurious invention of the modern, civilized world. Sure, the Egyptians could build monumental pyramids, but we imagine they had to stand 6 feet apart when speaking just to avoid each other's horrific breath. That assumption makes perfect sense. There is just one problem. It is completely wrong. The ancient Egyptians were not filthy at all. In reality, they possessed what we might almost call an obsessive-compulsive dedication to personal hygiene and cleanliness, and it was them, not anyone else, who actually invented the very first toothpaste on Earth thousands of years before our modern society ever did. Let us fast forward to the year 2003. At a dental conference in Vienna, here, historians unveiled a groundbreaking discovery from an ancient Egyptian medical document dating back to the 4th century BC, revealing the precise formula for humanity's very first tooth powder. What exactly was in it? A harsh blend of rock salt, mint, dried iris, flour, and crushed black pepper, all meant to be mixed with your own saliva. If that sounds more like a recipe for a dry rub to season a steak, rather than something you would put in your mouth, you are not wrong. When modern dentists attempted to recreate and test this ancient powder, they discovered that it actually cleaned teeth exceptionally well. Even though the intense pepper and coarse salt caused their gums to bleed profusely, and instead of ergonomic plastic handles, they used chew sticks, small twigs, that they would aggressively gnaw on one end until the wood fibers frayed out to form natural, stiff bristles. This intense dental regimen was not just a luxury reserved for the elite pharaohs. Archaeologists have uncovered these frayed chew sticks in the tombs of thousands of ordinary citizens, carefully buried alongside their daily food and precious gold. They firmly believed that even in the afterlife, they would need fresh breath. However, there was a devastating tragedy hidden behind this daily routine. Despite their frantic and dedicated brushing, the teeth of ancient Egyptians were often completely worn down, sometimes all the way to the exposed pulp. Why did this happen? The answer lies in their staple diet bread. In the harsh environment of the desert, their flour was constantly mixed with tiny grains of blown sand. Every single bite of their daily meal was essentially like rubbing industrial sandpaper directly against their enamel. So, why would they willingly subject themselves to the excruciating pain of scrubbing raw black pepper and coarse rock salt into their already damaged, bleeding gums every single day? Biologically speaking, these incredibly harsh ingredients acted as powerful antibacterial agents, effectively disinfecting their mouths, while simultaneously helping to dull the agonizing pain caused by the sand-worn enamel. But from a sociological perspective, the motivation was much deeper than simple hygiene. For the ancient Egyptians, physical cleanliness was entirely synonymous with spiritual holiness. Foul breath was not just a social faux pas. It was deeply feared as a literal sign of demonic presence and disease. Brushing their teeth, therefore, was never merely a cosmetic habit. It was a vital, non-negotiable religious ritual, a sacred act of purifying themselves to stand worthy before their gods. Looking deeply at that harsh, ancient powder made of crushed black pepper and dried iris flour, we are forced to confront a truly shocking truth. Personal hygiene is not merely a convenient, accidental byproduct of modern society. It is most certainly not an artificial concept manufactured by the slick, profit-driven marketing campaigns of 20th century cosmetic corporations. Instead, the profound, innate desire for beauty, meticulous cleanliness, and physical health has been deeply encoded into human DNA. Since the very dawn of our civilization, we must remember what it meant to live in an unforgiving era, with absolutely no antibiotics and no modern anesthesia. In that brutal reality, a simple tooth cavity was not just a minor inconvenience, requiring a quick afternoon trip to the local dentist. It was often a literal death sentence. A severe dental infection could easily spread to the brain or bloodstream and kill a person within a matter of days. Therefore, the incredible invention of this intense tooth powder was never about achieving a perfectly white, aesthetically pleasing smile. It was a desperate, high-stakes battle for survival. When those ancient Egyptians scrubbed raw rock salt and fiery black pepper into their bleeding gums, they were fighting like fierce warriors wielding weapons against the looming scythe of the Grim Reaper. It stands today as a magnificent testament to the sheer willpower, the profound survival instincts, and the relentless ingenuity of the human mind. Now, let us bring this journey full circle and return to your own bathroom this morning. You hold a sleek electric toothbrush, capable of vibrating 30,000 times a minute. You have a soft, sweet-tasting, perfectly engineered minty paste, designed to eliminate 99% of bacteria without causing you a single ounce of pain. Yet, we treat this incredible scientific luxury as a tedious, annoying obligation. We stand there scrubbing half-heartedly, completely absorbed in the mindless, endless scroll of a glowing smartphone screen, entirely disconnected from the physical reality of our own bodies. We have completely perfected the physical tools of hygiene, but somewhere along the way, we have entirely lost the sacred, profound consciousness of taking care of ourselves. The ancient Egyptians did not have Colgate, fluoride, or electric motors, but they possessed an absolute, unwavering reverence for every single breath and every fleeting moment of their lives. So, tomorrow morning, when you wake up, stand in front of your bathroom mirror and pick up that plastic brush. Take a moment to reflect. Remember that you are not just quickly cleaning your teeth before rushing off to work. You are actively carrying on a magnificent, desperate, 5,000-year-old human ritual of survival. It is a daily routine born not out of modern vanity, but out of a fierce, unyielding human will to live.